Many caregivers don't know that these resources exist until it's too late and they're already overwhelmed. Susie Marsh sits down with me and shares so many amazing resources that you can utilize right now before you become overwhelmed. This is a jam-packed video, and I want you to know that everything that I can link, I've linked down below. The organizations mentioned in this interview can all be found through publicly available information. So I know you're in Western Michigan, and if anybody's in the west side of Michigan, I did see that you travel, though, on your website. So maybe if you come to the Detroit area, I might have to,
I have
you over. Have you over.
Yep.
So if west side of Michigan, you're watching this, please, by all means, look up Susie. And her link and everything will be in the description box below. But if somebody's not in the Western Michigan area or an area where you travel, how can someone find resources to get the help that they need in their situation?
Yeah, so each area of Michigan has different agencies that work specifically with seniors. So like in West Michigan, it's Area Agency on Aging for West Michigan. They have 9 counties that they cover. So, and in some of the areas, they are called just a little bit different. They may not be called Area Agency on Aging, but they're going to be similar. So even if you do a Google search and put in there services for older adults and caregivers, it's going to pop up with your local entity that is going to be doing it. Sometimes the Council on Aging is very helpful. Again, your mental health services, like your community mental health services, will be able to direct you in the right direction. So like with Area Agency on Aging West Michigan, they are like the umbrella against essentially for a lot of these different organizations that do all types of care. So I had been part of the Caregiver Resource Network for many years, since 2003. They've kind of changed up their structure a little bit. So they have a lot more of, it's like a family caregiver university where they do a lot of education. And I'm absolutely positive they do that all on the east side of the state too. They're just depending on the entity. So your Area Agency on Aging in that area is going to provide a lot. And the other thing that a lot of the area agencies have are what's called senior millages. And what that is where you're in your particular county. So like Kent County has a senior millage. So all of the residents of Kent County are paying money toward this millage to pay for services for seniors. And there's like a whole list of services that are being provided. So I tell anybody on this side, I'm like, hey, call the Area Agency on Aging and just say what your situation is and what you're looking for. I just told my family member yesterday to do the same thing. Just call them directly. They have their fingers and their resources all going in all different directions, and they can give you the direction of what agency to talk to, essentially, that can do the specific. Are you looking for care services for your loved one? Are you looking for cleaning, that household help, doing meals and laundry and all of that, the cleaning aspects, all of it. And then the personal care aspect. And then they can also say, hey, I need somebody to help me walk through how to find out I'm burning out. How do I get the services and the support I need? Where are the support groups? A lot of churches offer them, and mental health organizations offer them. So, they're like your area to start with, but it's going to bring you to all of these different resources that are out there for you to tap into. Right. And be persistent. Sometimes you may not get a call back for a bit because services are stretched. The boomers have been retiring for a while now. So there's a lot of people in need. I get called almost daily from families that are saying, I need you to come help. I am a long distance caregiver. Can you come and be the eyes on? And can you help me get other resources in the area? And I say, yeah, absolutely. And that's where I go into my social work mode. And then I got my organizer hat on and I'll say, all right, let's kind of talk about this together. Let's talk with your loved one. Let's talk with you. Can we do a FaceTime call? Let's figure out what you guys need. And I can be help as much as you need me to, or if I'm just diving in and we are just dealing with the house stuff, and getting it where it needs to go. So I'm a little bit different than a lot of organizers. They may not have the background that I have,
Right.
but I will tell you this: the napomichigan.com, napomichigan.com is where you can find local professional organizers. East Side, West Side is where most of us are located. There's a spattering of us in different areas, more toward the north too. But you can find organizers. And then if you're looking for somebody in other states, you can go to napo.net. And that's where you can put in a search for organizers across the nation. And then the challengingdisorganization.org is that Institute for Challenging Disorganization. And that's where you can also put in and search for an organizer that has the background like me. Wow. That can help and do that extra bit and having the mental health aspect of things too.
That's amazing. And regular viewers of my channel are very familiar with Area Agency on Aging, because across the nation, it is an amazing resource. And even if your local Area Agency on Aging doesn't have the depth and breadth of services, as you mentioned, they will have people within their offices that can find organizations and services that can suffice or fill in what is needed. So are you kind of like a contractor or go-to person for your AAA, your Area Agency on Aging on the West Side then? Will they contact you or send people to you then?
They have, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they know about me, and they have for many years. I was a volunteer for the organization too in the early days, and yeah. And so we used to have quarterly meetings that we would all get together. A lot of us that were in the industry and just talking about, and we had educational programs and things. They, like I said, they've changed it up a bit now, so it's more of an online presence. But it's really geared toward the caregivers, both professional and non-professional. So they can get all the resources that they need.
Right.
But then, I tap into, we have another resource on our side of the state. It's called Grand Rapids Savvy Seniors.
Okay.
And I'm an educational partner for them. And so it's a realtor that I've known for years, but she set up this presentation that happens every month, except for a couple months for, summer break and Christmas break. But that information is totally free to the public. So if you know anybody on the West Michigan side, send them to grsavvyseniors.com. It's free information. It's at Calvin University, and it's just a wealth of information, and we're all there as educational partners, just sharing all of the stuff that I just blurted out to you today.
Well, everything you've mentioned, I'll try to my best to make sure I have all the links down below so people can click on them and do more research. And a lot of times once you find an agency like that, they might have other agencies around the United States or around the state that they can get to click on. So that's phenomenal. Thank you. I told you it was jam-packed. I mean, my goodness, so many resources that we could totally use. So I want to make sure that you know that next week is the last in this series, but I have a little secret. I got Susie to come back, and we brought another guest with us to chat. So you don't want to miss the new series coming out, and I'll announce that pretty soon. Next week's video is the video 8 in the series, and we are going to be talking about Susie and all the little steps that she took in her life. You don't want to miss next week's video. So until then, caregiver, just know that I wish you blessings and I wish you happiness, and just know that I truly appreciate you.